Most of us thinks that we really love ourselves, but how much? The power of self-love gives us the weapon not to war but to love not just our surroundings but also our own soul, and starting from ourselves and spreading it to our surroundings. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the brand new episode of Culturing Self Love. I am your friend and self love coach, self lover Shrishti. Today, let's once again remind the power of self love. Yes, true, we all more or less love ourselves, and that's the reason we, everyone, love to live in a beautiful place with bliss and with peace. But the problem arises when we give ourselves less importance than others. The problem begins while we we give so much priority to others that we forget the dreams of our own selves and even forget about our growth opportunities. And that's where we need healing. We need to heal our wounds and wounds of the past. That's where the power of self love and the idea of self love comes in. Actually, the people who really have observed its power or realized the idea can say it's elegantly that self love can never be selfish. Rather, self love teaches us to love quite differently we have seen till now, till days. Self love just teaches you to love yourself first so that you have more resources of love, or better to say, you have more realization that you are fulfilled with bliss and love and peace, and touch your soul with love and compassion without blaming to others or even blaming to yourselves that your life is not worthy. And through that love, understanding our own oath, and after understanding your oath, it's become much easier to spread that love, to spread that compassion, treat others with compassion unconditionally, and also with that love to understand others. And that's where self love creates a difference than being selfish, or from a selfish attitude, where a selfish people only thinks of oneself without thinking of others' benefit or any other service to the world. Yes, we all are human, so we must treat like a human, right? But it's also required to be ourselves, to be unique as we are, and not to copy others, not to be even selfish, to live a happy life. Actually, being selfish can't give you that happiness, in my opinion, because in Swami Vivekananda's words, the deed must return to its doer, to and same it goes to our selfishness. If we become selfish today, the deed, the negativity will come back to us even with more compound rate, and we again feel that misery, that miserable life. Do we want it? I know, and you know, never. Never we want that life. Rather, we everyone love to live in peace and bliss unconditionally. And that's why one can feel the power of self love. The power of self love, which gives us the weapon not to war but to love ourselves. First to our own soul, and then to spread it to our surroundings, to the whole world, and heal our own wounds and everything. And see the beauty of positivity, live in positive world, because I strongly believe life begins and life goes with our perspectives and how we think of ourselves, how we perceive our own attitude, our existence. And that's what we we see day by day in our day-to-day life. But today's episode not about just reminding you the power of self-love, but how you can start your own day with a no, small example of self-love. You can just start it by mirroring yourself with positive expression. Just stand up. You can just stand up in front of mirror after you wake up on morning and just say, I am the best. I am best as I am. And that's important. Yes, to be best, in my opinion, you don't need to be others. You don't need to copy others, because you are unique as you are. You are best as you are, and you are lovable. You are beautiful. You are awesome as you are. So, you just need to realize the power of self love, and you just need to realize your own existence with more warmth towards yourselves. As I have told, the problem arises when we give much importance to others than our own soul. And that's why the problem begins and our life gets more complicated. Yes, truly, our life is so simple and beautiful. It's elegant, but It might seem that we have lost that elegant life, that exquisite lifestyle because of making our simple life so complicated. And and the reason is we can't control others. We just control ourselves. And same goes with our lovable nature. So, it's better to start with loving our own soul, loving my soul first, because I can control myself totally, not others, not the world. And when the moment you begin to love yourself more is the moment you will see the love and compassion are flourishing upon you more and more. And that's why the power of self love we can realize. We can realize as we practice it in our day to day life through meditation, through journaling, or through just positive self talk I just shared with you in the mirror. See yourself, treat yourself as your friend, as you do with your best friends, with your besties, and treat with warmth in every situations regardless of the situation. Just treat yourself more warmth. You need it, my friends, and you need more warmth, and you have the right to live in happiness, to live in bliss and peaceful life. The power of self love is actually the self realization, is it is the power to know myself, to know my soul, and to touch my soul with more warmth and feel as I am totally healed, and finally see the healing is coming. The healing is coming and it's manifested. The manifested, the beautiful, miraculous life you once dreamt of. And yes, again, that's the power of self love. So, how you can do it? Simply, the, the ways are various through meditation, through just closing your eyes and focusing on your breaths for a few seconds, or just to be or just to be present, being present at this moment, and forget about all those past memories for at least some moments, and also forget about your future plans for the moment. I have also seen, while I feel the present, I feel the most blissful situations. I feel the simplicity, the beauty of simplicity. That I feel the life is more beautiful, filled with simplicity rather than being complex, or just we have make it complex. The life is not always what we crave for, but the life is rather than more and more is the life we sculpt every day and every second with our thoughts, with our attitude and perspective towards the life and every situations of life. So how you see yourselves, how you see others is most important part of your life, deciding how you will perceive your life today and the coming days. Thank you so much for listening today's episode. We'll come tomorrow with another brand new episode of Culturing Self Love. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Love you all.